Well, we were all treated to a day off from football, but we're back. So let's take a quick look at the checklist. Annoying guy, check. Julio César crying, check. Brazil fan with belt round his head, check. Neymar looking more and more like a llama, check. Welcome to the Guardian World Cup Show News. Woo! Hooray! So, Brazil squeaked past Chile on penalties in the game of the tournament so far, and unsurprisingly their fans were a little hyped up. Here's them reacting to the news that Fred wasn't on the pitch to take a penalty, whilst here's Neymar realising that Fred may actually be on the pitch next time they're involved in a penalty shootout. Sanctimony abounded on Twitter following the Brazilian tears, in particular sincere altruistic brands who clearly have the interests of the Brazilian people in their hearts, like Budweiser, who went with the subtly congratulatory, "What a game. Time to toast the Brazilians with your mates," helpfully showing us an option of what to toast with. Or Nike, without struggle, there's no celebration. Indeed. Or a 14% spike in boot sales. Alexis Sanchez didn't let his uncomfortable shorts get in the way of a stunning performance. Wish we could say the same for ITV's Adrian Chiles. Celebrities offered more insightful analysis during the game. Here's Piers Morgan's Twitter feed during the penalty shootout, helpfully adding to the excitement of the millions watching. His descriptions of the kicks included boom, boom, wowzer, and my personal favourite, oh Christ. Presumably posted as he realised he was actually tweeting this nonsense to the whole world and not just thinking it in his head. Where's Rihanna when you need her? After the drama, it seemed like everyone in the stadium was crying. In fact, Julio César began his crying before the shootout had even started. Not really a surprise though, as you all remember, this was him after leaving Toronto earlier this year after just 7 games. Christ, if they actually go on and win this, we could be talking Paltrow at the Oscars level blubbing. Though rather than César, perhaps the most relieved man in the stadium was Howard Webb, under fire, possibly quite literally, for not awarding Hulk a penalty earlier in the game. Webb's life expectancy increased by at least 20 years, with Chile's final an ultimate miss. So, your star striker has been thrown out of the World Cup. How do you react? Hold your hands up and admit he's wrong, shy away and hide in a corner hoping that people will forget, or as the Uruguayan fans did, dress up in just about every type of costume imaginable, celebrating the notorious figure and going as far as pretending to eat a baby. Yep, Uruguayan FA hung up Suarez's shirt in the dressing room pre-game in the hope that FIFA might just change their mind in light of the startling news that Suarez's defence rested upon the argument that he just fell into Chiellini by mistake. But there was no last-minute reprieve for Suarez. And it was James Rodriguez who stole the show, his 4th and 5th goals of the tournament, putting him in pole position for the Golden Boot, a 100-to-1 shot at the start of the World Cup, would you believe? Maybe Arsene Wenger had a sneaky fiver on him. 22-year-old Rodriguez became the first player to score in each of his first 4 World Cup games since Christian Vieri in 1998. Colombia now faces Brazil in the quarterfinals, and don't seem to be missing their starman Falcao too much, being the most clinical side at this World Cup, scoring with 31% of their shots. Alrighty, that's just about it for today's news. Let us know who you think is going to win tonight in the comments below. Netherlands, Mexico and Costa Rica, Greece are the games. And if you haven't seen the previews for those two already, check them out right here on the channel. See you tomorrow.